So suffering produces endurance, patience, steadfastness, that produces character that allows you to handle what God has for you. And so God takes that suffering and uses it for your good to develop good things and good qualities in you, right? Romans 5 verse 3. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, right? So endurance produces character. Character produces hope. Now, this is something very important I want to make sure you guys take note of. If you go and you look at hope in the Greek, if you go look at hope in the original language of this letter to the Romans was written in, when it's describing the definition of hope, it is not merely wishful thinking. It is not merely a fleeting desire. Like, somebody be like, oh, I hope this works out. I hope this works well. Man, I really hope I don't lose my job. No. When the Bible says hope, it's actually referring to confidence, trust, and a expectation. An expectation, right? So if you have a job and you work, you expect to get paid. If you have a job, your boss expects you to do a certain amount of work. So there's a much more there's much more firmness to an expectation than there is to a hope as far as modern culture has it. But the Bible says that character produces hope. So what does that mean? Okay, so endurance produces character and character produces hope. Because if you know that suffering is producing patience and steadfastness in you, and you know that suffering is developing your character, and you know that God is working all things together for your good, and you know that you're getting closer to God through what you're going through, that gives you an expectation about what's going to come in the future. It gives you a positive expectation, right? Because when you are refined through fire, when you are challenged, when you are put through difficult seasons and trials and testing, it allows you to have a character. It allows your mind to be rewired in a way to where you don't see suffering in the same way